For the Brooks family, Christmas in Thailand was this amazing tradition. I mean, who wouldn't want to escape a freezing New York winter, right? But in 2004, that yearly trip to paradise, it turned into this unbelievable fight for survival. They ended up with a front row seat to one of the worst natural disasters we've ever seen. So let's get into their story and what happened on that terrifying day.
And you know what? It really was another world for them. Just think about it. They left behind these icy roads, blowing snow, everything that comes with a New York winter, for a 25-hour trip that basically puts them on the opposite side of the planet. They literally traded the gray concrete of the city for these incredible sun-drenched beaches. I mean, what a contrast. So the family gets to their favorite resort, and this place was so familiar, it was basically like coming home. I mean, the staff knew them by name. They'd known them for years. And for 12-year-old Sam, this was it. This was Christmas. Forget the snow, forget the cold. It was all about the promise of a perfect day in paradise. And the scene, I mean, it was just picture perfect. You've got this shimmering white sand that stretches right down to this incredibly deep blue water. You look out, and there are sailboats with these bright, colorful sails all over the horizon. Even the local fishing boats were coming in with their morning catch. Just totally idyllic. Yeah, it was absolute perfection. Not a single cloud in the sky, the air was warm, it was fresh, and the biggest plan they had for the whole day was to take a nap in a cabana on the beach. That was it. There was just zero sense of danger, not even a tiny hint of the nightmare that was just around the corner. Okay, so then something really strange happened. While the family is just lounging by the pool, they, and pretty much everyone else there, notice the ocean is doing something weird. Something nobody had ever seen before. And that perfect day, it was about to take a really, really bizarre turn. That's exactly how Sam's mom put it. It was like the water was just sucked away. We're not talking about a normal tide here. This thing receded at an incredible speed. The shoreline, which was normally right there, just a few yards away, was suddenly hundreds of yards out. The whole ocean floor was just exposed. So what on earth was going on? Nobody had a clue. But here's the crazy part. Instead of fear, the first reaction from everyone was just curiosity. People actually started wandering out from the resort, walking on this newly exposed ocean floor, totally mesmerized by it all. They had absolutely no idea they were walking straight into danger. Okay, so let's just walk through what was happening here. First, the ocean just vanishes, right? Then you've got this wet, muddy seafloor exposed for everyone to see. And then, the strangest thing of all, there are dozens of live fish just left behind, flapping on the ground. It's the perfect example of how nobody knew what was coming. Instead of seeing a massive warning sign, people saw something cool and walked right out to check it out. So just as people are out there exploring, Sam's dad spots something. The water. It's coming back. And this wasn't some gentle tide rolling in. No, this was a wave, and it was rushing forward fast. He just screamed the only thing he could. "We have to run!" And Sam remembers the force of it. It was just unbelievable. 1 second, he's running for his life towards the hotel, and the next, bam, he's hit by the wave, completely underwater. The water was so powerful, it basically surfed him right along until he just slammed into the side of the hotel. He was just completely trapped in this churning chaos. Another wall of water hits him, and he has no idea which way is up. He said it was like being a sock in a washing machine, just getting spun around and around, totally powerless. He finally breaks the surface, just gasping for air. And then he gets sucked right back down. And that's the moment his dad's hand just grabs his arm, yanks him out of that raging water, and drags him onto a staircase. We're talking moments, just moments before he would have been swept away for good. So now they're on this second floor landing, which is, relatively safe. And they look down, and the whole area, the pool, the patio, everything, it's not a resort anymore. It's a raging river, and it's full of debris and people. And just like that, their own fight to survive turned into a desperate mission to save everyone else. That was Sam's mom screaming from the stairs. And her eyes, and then everyone's, just lock onto this one scene. A woman clinging for dear life to a palm tree. She's holding on with one arm, and with the other, she's cradling a little baby. Okay, this is where instinct just totally takes over. Sam has this flash of genius, a fire hose. He literally sprints up to the second floor, grabs one, ties it around his waist like a lifeline, and swims out into that crazy water to get to his dad, who's already made it to the tree. And together, using that hose, they managed to pull the woman and her baby all the way back to the safety of the stairs. Just incredible.
All right, so the water finally starts to recede, flowing back out to sea. And the scale of the destruction it left behind, it's just breathtaking. The beautiful resort they knew was just gone. It was replaced by this wasteland of sand and garbage and debris. But the nightmare, it wasn't over yet. I mean, the contrast is just staggering. What was a perfect, pristine paradise just hours before was now scoured completely clean. The pool was just filled with sand. And get this for a surreal, horrifying image, there was a taxicab on its side, pinned against the front desk, inside the hotel lobby. I can't even imagine seeing that. So when they finally get back to their bungalow on the ground floor, they find it's been completely gutted. The power of that water had just ripped everything out. The beds, the chairs, all their luggage, gone. The only things that actually survived, their passports and wallet. And that's only because they'd been locked in a waterproof safe that was bolted to the floor.
And just when you think it can't get any worse, that's when the dread comes flooding back. Standing there, outside their destroyed bungalow, Sam and his dad look out at the ocean, and they see it, the exact same warning sign. The water was being drawn out again, pulling way, way out from the shore.
And you're not going to believe this. People were doing the exact same thing they did the first time. They had wandered back down to the beach, back onto that exposed ocean floor, and were picking through the debris, totally oblivious. Sam's dad was just screaming at them to get off the beach, that it wasn't over, but a lot of them, they just didn't listen.
And then they saw it. Well, they heard the roar first, and when they turned to look, a second wave was on its way. And this one was even bigger than the first, a massive, towering wall of water racing straight for them. So here they are. They're out in the open. The ruins of their hotel are behind them, and an even bigger, more powerful wave is about to hit. There's literally nowhere left to run. So it leaves you with this chilling question. If that was you, faced with a totally impossible situation, what would you do next?